Good morning everyone. This vlog is going to be great. I am putting good energy out into the world and I'm gonna get good energy back. It's Monday. This is my get life sorted day and I love it. It starts off with a PT session, which no, is not my version of fun, but it is important, it is good for me, it is helping, and I used to always do them in the evening, but what I realized is I would spend the whole day dreading it and just feel so tired, so I've switched it to the morning. And I do always like wake up and just like, oh, I just don't want to go, but once it's done I feel like I can be so productive for the day. Like, it's not necessarily the endorphins. I don't think I get endorphins when I exercise like everyone else seems to talk about, but I do get a sense of like, it's done and now I can get on with the day and I'm already awake and there's so much to do. I'm about to go in a minute. I actually need to go via a petrol station to get a banana or something, because you guys know what I'm like with breakfast, but I have to eat something before I work out and I never know what to eat and we haven't got any bananas, so I'm gonna go get a banana. Just open this, look how epic this is. This is the Cult Beauty advent calendar. It is beautiful. Oh my gosh. This is incredible. I mean, the thing with advent calendars is this like would be a Christmas gift, but because you start opening it from the first, you basically have to give someone an early Christmas gift. Oh my God, number 25, Christmas Day. This is like a beauty junkie's dream. I don't know if this is already sold out or not. I'll link it down below if it's not. I'll put something on Instagram today to give people a heads up. Okay, I need to go in a minute via a petrol station to get a snack and maybe a nice drink. And then my to-do list for today is organize my week in terms of work, so planning content. And tomorrow I'm having a content shooting day at home, so I'm going to plan exactly what I'm going to be shooting for that. Feel really like on top of things. I also need to do like mum stuff, like make a massive online order for warmer clothes for the kids. It's suddenly just so cold. When we take Gray in the morning, like she needs warmer leggings, Rudy needs long sleeve tops, he needs gloves. You know when it just suddenly gets cold and you're like, I have none of the appropriate clothes for my kids. So need to do like an online order. And then I also need to like, got a couple of new plants around the house, and I need to get some nice plant pots for those. I also need to repot another plant, so I might need to go to the garden centre at some point. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do that today, but I could maybe measure up and order some pots online for those plants. It's going to be a good week, so stick with me and hopefully this will be a nice like cozy vlog for you. I've got my boxing gloves, I've got a bottle of water, I've got my keys on the mirror water lanyard, which I'm really into, and I've got some tampons because I just know it's coming. I always start my session with some kind of disclaimer like, oh, this happened last night, or I'm tired because, and today it's like, I just know my period is about to come like any minute. Okay, I got bananas and I got some almonds as well. Oh crap, my jumper smells like cooking. Oh, that is the worst. Also, why is it when you're, I mean, I don't know if this is just me. I was in the petrol station and 5 policemen walked in. I mean, they were literally just filling up petrol and then coming in to buy stuff from the shop. But I immediately felt like I was about to go to prison and I'd done something terribly wrong, or I'd been like set up for murder. Is that just like me being really irrational, or does everyone feel that way when they see police? Actually, she said I am very fit and strong. I don't think I've ever been called that in my life. I think the tennis is really helping, and I think what I've realised is actually in the past when I've done stuff like Pilates, I felt really weak, but that's because my weakness is I'm really like tight. I have really tight calf muscles and hamstrings, so anything that's like I have to be quite flexible for, I always just felt really bad at. So actually doing kind of like tennis and HIIT workouts and boxing. I feel quite, sorry, just got very distracted by my plant, which I will tell you about in a minute. I feel quite strong, so that's good. I've got no makeup on and my hair is in a scruffy bun, but I came home, I had a shower straight away, which is key for productivity. Shower, got dressed, I'm wearing jeans. So I'm wearing jeans, slippers and a casual top, and although I would feel better if I did my hair, I'm not going to waste time doing my hair and makeup because it's not a content day today. I'm just at home apart from vlogging. You guys don't mind what I look like. I'm going to quickly just like tidy up my office a bit, so it's just a bit more of like a tidy space because there's parcels and like rubbish everywhere. I've got a call with my manager. We do like a little weekly catch up, and then I will write a very clear, realistic to-do list. You guys know I've had this plant in my office for a very long time. Although I get a lot of comments about it, when I bought it, it looked like this. Like, I think it is just the style of the plant, but I agree it could do with a bit of love and care. I need to give it a good drink. I need to tie up, there's a bit at the bottom that's like really flopping. I think I need to get a bit of like wire and tie it up. I just need to give it a bit of an inspection, check the roots, probably repot it, but I'm going to move it. It doesn't really work in my office. It's quite like distracting as a plant in the background content. So I did buy a new plant. Meet Elsa. Gray named her, obviously. This is Elsa. She is gorgeous. She, this is obviously not going to be her pot because this is too big. I need to find a bigger pot to put her in. The reason I gasped, I just realised this leaf has been bloody broken. I think there was a slit in it, but this must have happened in the car on the way home, which I'm gutted about, but hopefully, you know, this is a whole like amazing new leaf coming here. She's healthy. Please, please, can I keep her in good condition? I'm going to try my best. Obviously, this position is not ideal for any plant because it's south facing. There's sun coming right through. It's just going to scorch plants, but I'm going to try and just keep these curtains closed. Diffuse light should be all right. If I kind of keep these closed most of the time, I think the plant should be all right here. So I just need to make it like a Monday routine to give the plant a good water. The thing is that the lady in the shop was like, just make sure the soil's really moist, and like gave it to me like this. And I wanted to say, well, you haven't kept the soil moist. So very confusing. I just find plants quite stressful, but I'm going to try my absolute best because she is a stunner. Welcome to the family, Elsa. Can't remember the name of this plant. Need to do some Googling, but if I can keep 2 kids alive, come on, I can keep this plant alive. I'm wearing my new UGG slippers, not slippers. Everyone has different opinions, but they're very comfortable. I did decide to keep them. I really like them. Wearing them with jeans, and this is a long sleeve archet top from last year. This is what I'm having for lunch. It's this delicious like aubergine and capers dip that my mum made. She had leftovers and gave them to me, so I added some chopped tomatoes and we had it as a pasta sauce last night, and I'm just having it with rice. I am so hungry after that workout this morning. Okay, I've been busy at my computer and I'm gonna head out quickly to go to get a coffee because I'm really not in the mood for like a homemade one. I want like a really good coffee. I'm so tired. And I'm gonna go to the garden centre. I need to repot a couple of plants. I need soil. I need the plastic pots that you put them in, and then maybe see if they have any pots, like planters for me to buy. But if not, I'll just get those online from like H&M Home or somewhere. This guy is causing chaos. What are you doing, Rudy? This fleece is the most amazing thing I have in my wardrobe right now. It's got a massive hood, first of all, massive hood, zip. It's just like huge and fleecy. Let me show you close up what it looks like. Oh, it's so, why is that not focusing? So cozy. And then it's got zips on both sides, which I just love. Looks really good with leggings. Oh, look, such a mess today. Looks really good with leggings. The sleeves are really wide. Love it. Garden centre outfit. Grab my phone. Let's go. Got myself a chocolate chip cookie and a flat white, an oat flat white. Didn't go for a single shot this time, went for a double. That tired. My God, Christmas is here already. What? That's mental, right? Every year I get twinkle light anxiety where I panic about whether I've chosen the right twinkle lights. This just feeds into that. Oh, not yet. Not gonna lie, quite into the donut pizza decorations. Guys, I just feel so garden-y right now. Okay, so this is my monstera plant. Phew, he didn't notice it. That could have been disastrous. It's actually pretty good. It's pretty healthy and I've had it for years. I'm proud of myself. I've kept it alive. It is thriving. But because I have neglected it a bit, it's decided it's going to be like a hanging plant, whereas actually sometimes these plants can go up. You know, you get those kind of brown things that you put in the middle so it kind of grows up. I didn't have one of those. So I spoke to the lady, she was like, well, you can keep it like this, but it does go a bit mental, like it's a bit much really. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna repot it, first of all, because it's not in a plastic pot and it should be. And I'm gonna add a lot more soil to it, like higher. I'm also gonna cut off one of the leaves, I think it's called propagating, put it in a glass of water, and when the roots start growing, I can plant it, or I might do two here, so it just becomes a bit more like spread out because it's literally like got like a side ponytail going on here. So that's what I'm gonna do. I am terrible at everything to do with this, but I'm excited. This is the pot I'm gonna put it in. Quite big actually, it's quite a bit bigger. Where's that pot that I bought? Let's see if I don't know if I got the right size. It's all a bit of a guessing game really. Okay. I just find it really annoying that you're meant to keep them in these plastic pots, but the plastic pots really don't come in very varied sizes. So you find like nice pots, and then these don't fit. I'm gonna have to cut it, which is fine, but I find that part of plants a bit annoying. I also bought these, which I thought would be good for cutting plants, because I'm always just using scissors, which isn't great. Okay, I'm just gonna cut the top off of this pot. Whilst I'm doing this, Rich is planting some flowers in our beds, and Rudy is just crawling around the garden. Okay, that now fits. I'm gonna get a little glass of water. Okay, glass of water, and then she said to cut a leaf. So let me have a look at this and see where is best to cut. This one is longer. Okay, I'm gonna cut this. Ah, scared. Popping this into a glass of water. And apparently that should start sprouting roots. I'm gonna do two. Okay, 2 little leaves. Hopefully when they get little roots I can pop them into the pot. Soil. Okay, so now I need to, how the hell do I get this out of the pot without hurting the plant? Because obviously if it was in a proper pot I would just roll it. Oh, got it. Oh, I did put a bit of drainage in. Well done me. That's gonna go in, and then I'm gonna build up the soil around it. No. Oh, that's confusing, I laughed. Rudy, 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 look, gentle. Gentle, gentle. Okay, so this has been repotted now. It's in a plastic pot, so it's got drainage, and I've put these sticks and tied it to them, so it should grow a bit more upwards. And then this gap here, this is when I'm going to plant those new leaves. I still like that it's hangy. Might give it a trim one day to see how it goes. I'm gonna, I think, put it back in the bedroom because it was happy in there. I've just been working away and editing this afternoon, but I just had to stop to show you guys how beautiful the light is in our loft at this time of day. It's now 6:15. I'm going to help with the kids' bath time in a minute. I've just opened the blinds a little bit because the sun is setting and it just creates the most gorgeous light. I love it so much. It is such a calming space in here. Like, honestly, I'm so happy with it. We had a friend stay the other night and he was like, oh my God, it actually felt like a hotel. It's just my absolute favourite room of the house. When we next move, like, I feel like I'm going to base so much of the house renovation design and stuff. Like, if we ever do one again, like, even if it's just decorating a room, like the feel of this space, because I really love it. I feel like it's very me. Oh, like, look at this plant light reflection going on here. It's even nicer in real life. I'm going to order this plant pot for that big plant over there. It's the right size. I wouldn't really normally go for this style. It's brown and it's glossy, but I just feel like it's quite cool, and it's a little bit like Soho Home-esque. I feel like it will go with the style of the rug and the kind of warmy tones of this room. This is what I'm going to go for. And I'm going to get this lovely neutral one for the plant that I just repotted in my bedroom, because I think the terracotta pot that I put it in isn't going to go in our bedroom. I can use that for something else. So I'm going to get this one again from H&M Home. Oh, I'm so into everything checked at the moment, and they've got these cushions. Oh, definitely getting 1 or 2 of those. Oh God, this wasn't meant to be like an H&M Home haul, but now I'm stuck in a hole. Also very tempted by this little toy bench. It's like a little bench, but it's also storage. Thinking I could get this for Rudy's room, because he hasn't really got anything in his room. Oh God, I love everything. It's the next morning. I'm still in my office. I didn't sleep in here, I promise. Feeling so much fresher today. Wow, look at the difference. I actually ended up doing a bit of an H&M haul last night and then forgot to buy the one thing I really needed, which was long sleeve vests for Rudy. But maybe I'll show you guys a little haul in an upcoming video when it arrives. Today is content shooting day. I want to film like a load of autumn like style content. I've got loads of like TikTok ideas, and maybe some of those will be posted on Instagram as reels as well. Haven't quite figured out like whether the same content can be posted on both platforms. Sometimes it feels like it can. Like I've kind of lost track of what the difference between a reel and a TikTok is in terms of like how it's filmed and presented, but I am on it. I did like a little bit of a wardrobe clear out this morning just to kind of get a bit organised. I was watching Emma Hill's autumn wardrobe switchover, which I love those videos. If you haven't seen it, she like does this like whole wardrobe switchover every season. I love her videos, but it does make me feel quite overwhelmed, or just a bit like, I feel like so many people on the internet have entire rooms for their wardrobe. I didn't know anyone growing up who had that. Like my mum just had a wardrobe in her room. I mean, it would be amazing, don't get me wrong. Yeah, I just have a wardrobe. I thought my wardrobe was quite big when we built it, but it is quite hard to keep a smaller wardrobe like organised. I am thinking, actually, let me take you downstairs to show you. Rich ordered a while ago an extra pole for the wardrobe. I don't think he managed to get a brass one, but I said it doesn't really matter. If it doesn't match, it's only the inside of my wardrobe. You see how I've got long hang here? And actually I've got a bit of space there. I could probably utilise that some way. And then I've got short hang here and short hang here. This is not enough space for my trousers. I don't know, maybe I need to hang them differently. So squashed. And then I've got shelves and drawers. I think I'm going to take out this shelf and put another pole in there and just have more hanging space, because I think I get more wear out of my clothes when they are hung up and I can see them. So that's going to be a plan. These remove easily, these shelves, and then Rich thinks that he could just drill in another pole like that. So I think we're going to do that for autumn winter, because I have more autumn winter clothes and they're thicker, and I know you're not meant to hang jumpers, but I like to, and yeah, I just think that's going to be better use of, because this is my whole wardrobe, so it's not huge, and I just feel like it's a little bit squishy. I mean, things like hoodies take up so much space, but I don't really know what to do with them. Anyway, before I finish this vlog, I wanted to give you guys a little update. I mentioned on Instagram, I actually showed on Instagram how we have got this very clever winter solution for our single glazed windows at the front of our house. So I thought I'd give you an update on here instead of Instagram. So the back of our house, we have double glazing, because when we did the extension, we also redid the windows at the back because they needed doing. And so that all got double glazing. The front of the house are single glazed original sash windows. So we didn't want to replace them with like modern plastic windows, because they go with the period of the house. They look beautiful. It's a real like selling point of the house. But to replace sash windows is really expensive. You can get like ones that look very similar, that are plastic. My parents got those, they're great, but they're a fortune, they're really expensive. And we should have done it when we renovated the house, but we didn't. And now it all just feels a bit too late, and we don't really want to spend that money on the house, and we'd have to redecorate some of the rooms when we do it, and it's a big job. Every winter we have this issue where like the back of the house is fine, Gray gets quite hot in her room, but the front of the house, our room and Rudy's room, get really, really, really cold, even like with the heating on. And obviously now with like the increase in prices, it's just not ideal. I think our bedroom, we're just gonna have to suffer. We'll be fine. We've got like duvet, blankets. We can come up with other clever ways of keeping warm in our bedroom. We've got a big bay window, and we've also got shutters, which means that we can't do what I'm about to tell you, which we did in Rudy's room. But in Rudy's room, we can. So my friend Ruth recommended this ages ago. I don't think we ended up using the same company as her, but we Googled it and we found another company that does it. And basically what it is, I can't remember what the material is. Is it plastic? Is it polycarbonate? Is that the same thing? I don't know. It's like an extra layer that acts as a bit like a second window that magnets onto your other window. Let me go into Rudy's room. His curtains are still closed. Let me open everything up. By the way, thank you to all of you that recommended getting a double blind in the kitchen. It's funny because Rudy has a double blind. He's got a blackout blind and he's got like a sheer, see this is the second, this is like a sheer blind. So I don't know why we hadn't thought about doing that for the kitchen. I'm gonna definitely inquire. It's probably gonna be twice the price, but I'll see what they say. Okay, so as you can see, basically used magnet tape that goes around the window and then it goes around the plastic. And then this second layer of window, oh my God, guys, it is so good. It's hard to show you without showing you like the outside of my house. But if you saw it on Instagram, you know what I'm talking about. And this is my update. It works. It's quite hard for me to tell, but what happens, I creep in here before we go to bed. I go into our room and I'm like, quite cold. And then I'll go into Rudy's room and I'll creep in and it's not cold. It definitely makes a difference to the heat. It also works really well for sound. Like we get foxes outside our house that like, especially during like mating season. So it helps with that, but that wasn't our main reason for doing it, but it has really helped keep the heat in. I'm super happy. Lots of people ask, can you still open your window? No, with these ones you can't. I think they do some that are split in two if you want to open your window, but we don't open our windows in the winter, so it's totally not an issue for us. In the summer, we would just take it off, and Ruth actually said to me, when you take them off in the summer, cover it in a flint proof sheet or something like that, and like put it under the bed or behind the sofa or whatever, or in the loft. So that's what we would do to keep it nice and clean. So yeah, it's not an issue that we can't open the window. You can't even barely see that it's on. It's so great. Really happy with it. This is where I think I'm going to put that toy storage thing from H&M. I think that's a good place right at the end of his cot. If it doesn't fit, I can put it there. But a little bit more kind of toy storage and cute things for Rudy's room. I think I'm going to end the vlog here because I want to charge this camera. I want to get on with filming some other content. And I am going to be vlogging more days this week, but that's going to go into next week's vlog. So that's all for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.